All right. Says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig. All right. Let's scroll up and see who we got in the building thus far in the AM. Jalen Hudson in the building. Del Reeve, C.J. Robinson. Let me see here. Let me see. C.W. Uncommentary with St. Louis. Trey Titan. Tamir Ali. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Cadillac Red up in here. It's Principalities in this joint. Rod Neal. Let me see. Coach Hudson is in the building. Gabe Moore. Skullduggery. Terrell Colwell. Shadow Band. Mo 2013. Dane Watson. 619 Cali Factor Dago is in the building. The Dirt Game Boss. We got AB up in here. Mahari Sports Nation. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. My bad, Abel. Freeman's March in the building. G Code Wody in here. 2X. We got let me see here. Let me see. Hen Dog, the Fearless One. The Brothers UK, Brian Johnson, the one and only. Justin Jacobs. Sheldon, LDBC Enough and Reloaded is in the building. Outsell. Will Sinclair. What's up, my brother Will? Jermaine 419 up in here. Craig L. I Magnificent. Hugo the Mask. Salute to everybody in the building. Smash that like button. Get the lights all the way up, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening with the Insane Talk? What it do? Heard y'all been over there debating on BFTV channel, man. I've been missing it, man. Yeah, I've been my evening's been kind of hectic the last couple of weeks, man. I'm gonna try to start watching them debates y'all be having over there. You know what I'm saying? Man, I heard y'all been over there letting KO. Somebody told me KO been over there cooking y'all brothers, man. Man, y'all know you gotta be ready to debate KO. You can't just be jumping in no debate, treating KO like he's some common sucker or something. You gotta study for KO. Gotta learn his habits and whatnot. Let me see what we got here. John Perham. Let me see what we got here. What's up, my brother Trill Will? LDBC and nothing in the building. All right, y'all get the lights all the way up. Ladies and gentlemen, get the lights all the way up. Share the video. All right, let's go and talk about it, shall we? So, I saw this from a couple of days ago from Teofimo Lopez. So Teofimo Lopez has stated that Teofimo Lopez has stated that he believes when they asked him who gonna win between Brian Normn and Devin Haney, what he thought about the fight or something, he said Devin Haney gonna win easy. It's a cherry pick by Devin Haney. And he said that Brian Normn is not ready for the fight and all that kind of stuff. And he just basically said it's a cherry pick, right? So I ignored it when I first heard it. This is a couple days ago. I'm like, man, whatever. Teofimo just hating, whatever. But then I started seeing other people saying this, repeating this, right? Other people are repeating a John Parham. I hope you're just joking. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespect to the brother BFTB allowed over here. So I'm just going to assume you're just joking. But anyway, so I ignored it at first until I started seeing other people repeating that Devin Haney cherry picked Brian Normand. It's a cherry pick fight. Brian Normand is the weakest link of the champions, and uh, what somebody said that Barrios just beat Pacquiao. Why wouldn't Devin wait for Barrios Pacquiao winner? He's going after Normand because Normand is easy work, is what these people are saying. And I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Okay. A couple weeks ago, Devin Haney, y'all said he was a coward. Y'all said he didn't really want to fight Brian Normand. He was being forced to fight Brian Normand by Turkey. That's what y'all said. Y'all said Turkey was forcing Devin. And that seems to be the narrative amongst the media members, which really irritate me. That people who Devin and Bill have been so respectful to is out here regurgitating this ridiculous narrative that Devin was forced, and they get away with it because they know that Devin has a lot of haters, and they're trying to ride that wave of haters. But I hope Devin and Bill remember this when this fight is over with. I hope they remember this and remember who these haters are and who these turncoats is. You know what I'm saying? It took Taco Hat one day to say who he thought. Oh, I got Normn. Now it's okay if you pick a Normn to win the fight. That's fair play. It's boxing. You can pick. You can believe Normn gonna win the fight. I don't hate you for thinking Normn gonna win. That's your boxing opinion. But it's certain people who have been historical haters of Devin Haney that are out here. Playing the game, playing politics, right? So 1 minute Devin's scared of Brian Normand, and he really don't want to fight. He being forced into fighting Brian Normand, and then the next minute is he cherry picked Brian Normand. And I told y'all this is gonna happen. Now the reason why they doing this is because they want to have both narratives out there, so that way they can pick on either one of them, right? They can lean on either one. So if Devin wins the fight, they can say, man, what? Brian Normand never fought nobody. It's a cherry pick. Of course Devin's going to win. Anybody who think Devin was going to lose this fight is an idiot. Of course Devin's going to win. Devin has more experience. Brian Normand, he hasn't fought anybody. That's what they're going to say. Now, if Devin loses the fight, then they can come back and say, yeah, see, Devin never really wanted this fight. This is why Devin was trying to get out the fight. Brian Normand, man, he was straight G. Man, he a knockout artist. They want both narratives out there. And this is how they keep from giving fighters their just due and their credit. All right. So that's just the BS. What's up, Boxing and Barbecue? What's up, Freedom's March? What it do, y'all? So Brian Normand is the most dangerous at 147, and Devin Haney is fighting him. Okay. He's better than Brian Normand is better than Mario Barrios. Okay. I don't know if he was better than Boots or not because Boots ran. And let's just be real. He did. I'm sorry. I tried to avoid saying that for years. I mean, not for years, but you know what I mean. For a while, I tried to avoid saying that about Boots, but Boots has, I mean, he moving funny, bro. It is what it is. Boots ran from the division, right? And it was people for him to fight. Okay, so he ran from the division. And then Boots speaking of that, Boots just re-signed he just re-signed to Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. So if I sign a multi-fight deal, we'll see how that works out for Boots. What's up, Andre Toppin? Yeah. They saying that Devin is cherry picking by fighting Brian Normand. Like all of a sudden now they trying to have a double narrative out there. On the one hand, Devin is scared of Brian Normand. On the other hand, Devin is cherry picking Brian Normand. So they're trying to have both narratives out there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Shay Girl 85? She said Boots gonna end up like AJ. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean it's looking shaky out here for Boots. It's looking shaky out here. What's up, Black Star Sports TV? What it do? Let me call Bill. Let me see if Bill woke. Let me see here.
7-8.
Trill Bill. Hey, bro, I'm live right now. You busy? You got a minute?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, Bill, man, I was just talking to the people about the new narrative. You know what I'm saying? It started with Teofimo Lopez, but a couple weeks ago they said Devin was scared to fight Brian Normn. He was being forced to fight Brian Normn by Turkey. And now the narrative is that Devin cherry picked Brian Normn because he's the weakest link. What's your thoughts to this, man?
Man, Teofimo Lopez is starting to do everything but fight. We know he's according out of his mouth, he hasn't gotten paid $1 million or got paid more than $1 million. He's been doing a lot of complaining. He's starting to be the cherry pick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Based on, and I don't think nobody is not willing to not fight him. I think the line is around the corner for Teofimo right now. He might be the cherry pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Based on his mental stability to perform at this level, at the elite level. You know what I mean? It always seems to be a little bit of uncertainty in his ability to accept the fight, deliver the fight, and perform in the fight. It's always seems to be some hiccups, and every athlete is entitled to that night where things aren't going as planned, but it seems like a lot of TOs have now started to be self-inflicted, and that's before he even gets in the ring.
And that's facts. T.O. has been turning down fights all year, and I don't know what's going on with that because he was going on his little racist rants, running around talking about black fires this and that, and now from my understanding he can turn down fights with y'all and everybody else. So I don't know what now Turkey's saying he ain't messing with him no more. So have you ever seen a greater fumble of the bag?
No, it seems to be a career fumble with him because we can never go back and get those days and those opportunities that were on there, whether it had been for him to rematch Kambosos, something that, we did, those two fights in Australia, those were his, He could have rematched Lomachenko. He didn't. We took advantage of that opportunity as well. Of course, Brian Normn is on his same side of the street as him. He could have, went up and became another division champion. You know what I mean? We took advantage of that as well. I think that it's more of a career. It's starting to be more of a career fumble than just an actual fight fumble.
For sure. So
but let's touch on Top Rank for a minute.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And I think what people don't understand is I don't know if who Top Rank actually got over there, and how great a job are they actually doing when you compare it to Devin Haney. You know what I mean? I would say that he's a bigger draw than anything they have at Top Rank. So what Top Rank does, and now you hear them, admit that historically they are great matchmakers, but they also great clout chasers. Top Rank will clout chase. If it's a Floyd Mayweather, then they're going to make a Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Whatever that there is, they're going to make the B side to it, and they're going to stand on it as if it's really the A side. When we had the historical meetup with Teofimo Lopez, and we talked about making the fight in the WBC tournament. Well, Top Rank provided an opportunity for him to go the other direction. Now he's starting to admit that Top Rank does the great job with the swerving. They'll talk all the shit in the world, but to stay relevant, right? To stay relevant, they've historically, from me studying them, created a lot of B-side fighters in the landscape when the A-sides were dominating.
Absolutely. So, when you guys were over there working with Top Rank for those 3 fights, they had the opportunity to re-sign you guys, and you guys were willing to fight Shakur Stevenson and stuff like that. But it seemed like Top Rank, they lose all of their pound-for-pound type of fighters, all of their all-time great fighters. They lose them. What is the business like over there at Top Rank?
Well, you know what? We're doing business with them now with Brian Normn. We're just doing it under a different model.
Right.
And I think that their model is dead. Shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh and what he's providing, because on the back side of it, in the back office, right, is you're not being pressured to give a certain amount of fights to get the opportunity that you're looking for. In our case, we wanted undisputed, but Top Rank said in order to get 1 fight undisputed, you got to give us 3. That business model seems like it might be out the door. Well, it's definitely been out the door for us, because we worked to get to opportunity where we went from 3 fights to then it just being 1 fight. But when you have these guys and you have these opportunities now where they don't have to, they just can go fight 1 time and achieve all the greatness that they're looking to get at that level. They'll go do it once versus us having to do it 3 times.
For sure. All right, and so there was a lot of controversy surrounding the drug testing, the vital testing, and stuff like that. It seemed like y'all got it figured out. Can you tell the people what was the issue with? I heard that y'all wanted the testing to start immediately, and Brian Normn wanted the testing to start August 1st. Do y'all get all that worked out?
Oh, no, absolutely. We started testing. I think Brian has also said that he's been tested. I know Devin has been tested, and that's what you want to exemplify. You want to exemplify excellence on a fair playing field. You know what I mean? No matter how we had to twist them and no matter what we had to do, I'm completely satisfied with the position that they took, and that was to go ahead and enroll, send their whereabouts, and get tested. So now, for all intent purposes, we have a great fight on stage, and also, for the legacy, the money is there. We're also setting precedent as 2 teams to come together and to show that we're willing to be transparent with drug testing, and not to just, like I said, 8 weeks is traditionally when they start doing the marketing for a fight. So it's customary that you do drug testing, you do everything when it's 8 weeks out. Our thing is that, and I maintain the position of that if we do an announcement 16 weeks out and we're promoting and we're talking about it on social and we're doing all those things, then I want testing to be consistent with that.
No doubt.
And they agreed. Brian Normn, like I said, he wanted to go on vacation first. So I said, let's get to this business. I think, they went on social channels, Normn Senior and all that, and they wanted to push something that I didn't want to fight. The only reason the fight is happening is because we put out a list, a real list, and Brian Norm's name was on it. You know what I mean? And we did the follow-up and made the fight happen. It's Haney versus Normn, so we had to pick him. You also understand that it's drug testing now more than 17 weeks out or 16 weeks and something out, which is another indication of Devin picking Brian Normn because of the terms. Right, we're in Riyadh, a place that has clearly been on our bucket list of places to go and showcase Devin talent as a world champion, world beater. So, all the narratives that were created, I think, and masterminded to you know what I mean, to somehow make me look some way.
Right.
Was a missed opportunity for them to say that they're in a position and they take on all challengers. We're challenging for it, right, for his belt. So we're coming for it. We picked him. They're saying that we didn't want to fight. Well, why would you have a belt and why would you be a champion and why wouldn't you want somebody to come for you? How are you coming for us? And we haven't fought at 147 pounds. So I think the talking points that they're using, right, are so off basis, 7-8, that they're letting the people talk for them instead of them speaking wholeheartedly for themselves and speaking 100% truth. I think that's the disconnect. You know what I mean? I think better of Brian Normn Jr. and Sr. to use talking points of the Devin Haney haters and detractors.
Yeah, and also I think a lot of it started. The narrative started with some misunderstanding and miscommunication. When y'all put out the list, I'm gonna put the list on the screen. When y'all put this list out a while ago, months ago, the people y'all wanted to fight, Turkey hadn't contacted Brian Normn Jr. yet. When y'all put the list out, he contacted them after.
Watch this. And I'm gonna tell you this then. Brian Normn said that he couldn't even talk to Boots about a fight until he got finished. So why could he talk about Devin? He said, listen, listen, they said that there was something on the table for Brian Normn a week before the fight, but he said, no, I'm going to concentrate because I've seen people not focus. So how the fuck could you be thinking about Devin?
Yeah.
If you're not thinking about Boots, how the fuck could you be thinking about Devin? And we're not even at 147 pounds, and we don't have a deal on the table for you. We have you in our sights, and we're saying that we want to fight. This is the list that we see that's going to complete Devin's quest and his trajectory for the Mount Rushmore of boxing. He's 26 years old. He's accomplished. This is a 3-division. I mean, how much more do the people want? Nobody else said that. They don't even ask their favorite fighters, who do they plan on fighting? Who do they want to fight? Thank you to Turkey Al-Sheikh. He puts the gauntlet to greatness. That's what I call it, because that's what you got to go through it. And listen, the thing about it is you hear nothing about Devin because you hear it. If you whisper it like the days of yesteryear, you whisper it and you kind of talk it up on social, you get the offer. Turkey will make the fight happen, right? So you don't hear the same chit chat. If Brian Normn was saying it, you would have heard it before. You would have heard it before that. Nobody heard it, but at the same time, it's Devin's opportunity and who he is to continue to show how great he is. You go pick him, Dev. You seen the left hook. You seen what he done did. You pick him. You want him? Yeah. Yeah, I want him. I want him. I want him. And I want him. Obviously, we can't take them all at the same time, but you match up. You look at the list, and you say those are great fights for Devin. Now you ask your favorite fighter, do they have Devin on their list?
Right. I also want to ask you too. Now this is the part of one thing that pissed me off the most is like, what's up with Shane, man? What's up with Shane? Why is he out here saying crazy stuff, talking about y'all wanting vital testing is too much on Normn? It's too many needles getting poked in it. Like, listen, Shane just fought. He just got whooped by somebody don't nobody know. Okay,
right.
He got a son that box. Instead of focusing on this, he worried about you and your son and what y'all doing. I don't know what this dude just getting on my nerve, man. But I ain't gonna say too much. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, that's it. You know what I mean? I want to learn from them and learn from the greats. Is why spend time focusing on something that has no relevance or has no effect on you, right? Shane has no relevance or effect in our game, so I'm not going to concentrate on him. I'm not going to think about him. I'm not even going to pay no attention because that's the mistake he made by paying attention to Devin before he went in there with that fight that he just had. That know what I mean?
Right.
You know, that career-ending, career-defying, you know what I mean, Nothing. It was just a bad mistake on their part from a brand management, from a coach, fighter. You know what I mean? How could you be so entrenched in knowing what Devin should do when you make a catastrophic mistake like that towards your brand? You know what I mean? So you got to listen to what people say, what they don't say, and what they never will say. You know what I mean? And then you judge it from there, right? Me, I'm saying is I'm not paying attention to him. We got Brian Normn, a young, undefeated, super talented guy. You know what I mean? A hungry fighter, a hungry team, and we don't underestimate him. You know what I mean? We're coming prepared.
And it's funny that y'all fighting Brian Normn because according to Paulie, y'all don't fight nobody that's younger than 30.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, that's what I'm saying is, as being who Devin is and what we represent, I mean, after this fight, they're going to have to put some respect on our name.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. Well,
that's what it's about. And that's what it's about. When you get the money, you get the legacy and all that other shit. You know what I mean? So we're doing it for the respect of the people. We're doing it for the love of the game. But you got to watch us do it the way we do it. You know what I mean? And if somebody else got the job, then they might do it different. Tune in November the 22nd and watch Devin Haney versus Brian Normn. I mean, it's going to be exciting. And you're going to see why I say that Devin is not just a face, but he's the best fighter in boxing. Good day.
You dig. All right, Bill. All right, brother Bill. Peace, brother. Thank you.
What'd you say, King?
I said, all right, man. Thank you for your time, brother. I'm going to let you.
No. I appreciate your phone. It just went dead, man. Shout out to that mighty LDBC. You did. November 22nd.
Yes, sir. See you in Vegas, bro. All right. Trail Bill. All right, now let me get this back. Hey, man, you know what? I see y'all been sending super chats. This thing has been over on StreamYard did some type of update where now it's not giving me a super chat thing. So I got to go to YouTube and pull up these super chats real quick that I missed. I apologize to all the people I missed. I definitely wasn't ignoring the super chats. I'm trying to, but they doing some funny style stuff on StreamYard. Let me see how I can find them. Man, I hate when they do this goofy stuff, man. Let me see here. Oh my goodness gracious. What in the world? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to figure something out. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the chat, man. It's saying that I lost connection. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. This is nuts, man. Yeah, they doing some weird stuff, bro.